All right, Blue Devotion. Current Jeff is kind of wondering why past Jeff accepted this, but I guess it's really not that far off of Merfolk, right? It's like Merfolk without the lords, I guess. And we got some cute things with like Naban here, so I think if we hit some mid-range matchups, we're gonna be okay with this. And if we hit some combo matchups, we're gonna die very quickly. So the next event I'm going to be playing Blue-Red Tempo in, if I'm playing it in paper, is the Invitational. And better Magic players tend to play Colonnade decks in Modern, is my experience at those tournaments. So while I don't expect a higher percentage of Colonnade decks, I think I would like to make my main deck better against Colonnade decks because I could use the percentage points when I'm playing against better players on average. And I think Vendilion Clique is a card that's very good against both Jeskai and Blue-White. It's especially good against Terminus. And I also think, like, adding Vendilion Clique back in, that's, like, a good example of, like, an appropriate way to metagame. So, like, Vendilion Clique isn't some obnoxious narrow card, right? Like, Vendilion Clique is just, like, a generically modern playable Magic card. And, like, the appropriate way to metagame in Modern is to make very small changes to your deck that hedge the matches that you care about, but aren't, like, making your deck significantly worse against the field, right? Oh, Crazy Ship, I'm one step ahead. You're already good and set to go. I got you. Alright, so this is going up. Oh, I think I uploaded the wrong thing. Yeah, I definitely did. Definitely did. I thought we were starting on Jeskai Thing, and then I went back and double-checked the queue. I'm excited for Jeskai Thing. Jeskai Thing's on my short list for the Invitational. So, am I casting this? I think I'm casting this. Let's put my 2-1 into play. Should be fixed now to Paris. Thank you for that up. He's dead, Jim. Man, I hope they're playing a Blood Moon deck. I have never wanted somebody to be playing a Blood Moon deck as badly as right now, at this very moment. I thought you were starting your new schedule. Yeah, this is my new schedule. So my new schedule is still streams Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday during the day. My changes are on Fridays. So Thursdays and Fridays, I am not doing my daytime streams anymore. I'll be having a second stream tonight. Hey, Hans Ablers. Thank you for the 7-month resub there. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me employed here. So my Monday to Wednesday in the mornings didn't change. The people that enjoy those streams are still going to be able to watch and enjoy those streams. I'm going to be doing a second stream on Wednesdays, so about 8:30 p.m. So about approximately 12 hours from now, I will be live again with Arena Standard. And then I'm taking Thursdays off since I'm running late on Wednesdays. I'm gonna be taking Thursdays off. And then what's the word I'm searching for? I'm running. How do you think Master of Ways is about to be against this mono red deck, chat? You think it's gonna be okay? And then Fridays I'm gonna be doing an afternoon to the evening stream. Yeah, I agree, Tiger Splash. Variety's the spice of life, right? This Friday, actually, Jake actually has off of his normal school, so he can just stay at daycare the entire day. So I'm probably going to do an extra long stream on Friday. I won't be doing extra long streams every Friday, but this Friday is probably going to be an extra long stream. As always, you can keep an eye on my website for my approximate schedule, and be sure to follow me on Twitch and Twitter for notifications on when I go live and with what. Neil Drox, I'm sick of being a serf. One more month and you'll get a nice pair of boots. And those boots are made for walking. Thanks for that. Thanks for the 2-month resub there. Welcome back. Man, Our opponent is going to be incredibly sad if Fiery Temper my Elementals is their game plan. Is that soda? That is unsweetened black tea. Pure leaf. Unsweetened black tea. Sure. I'm just gonna press my auto pass key here. Oh man, you know what? Maybe I should have held up Venser. Because if I would have held up Venser this turn, I could have bounced a Bedlam in response to its trigger, which would have been very good. Yeah, it looks like they're playing the Guild Fiend deck. I just paused the stream out of YouTube habit. My whole reality is a lie. Oh, green sky. Pastor, a whole entire 8 months, so close to that year. Keep up the great content. Thank you for the 8-month resub, Pastor. Welcome back. Thanks for the continued support. So I get to just start smashing them now, right? Like this Aether Vial is going to go up to 4. I get to like Venser plus put in a Master of Waves here and then like smash with Thassa. Tempest Djinn. Yeah, I think I'm in for Tempest Djinn, actually. Actually, I'm going to do this. Yeah, I'm going to put this on top and I'm going to decline increasing this. And then I'm going to put this into play. And then how much does this make? Only 5, sad. Sniper Wave with the $10 donation. Thanks for the tip. I appreciate that. Whoop. Firing up my dashboard. Put this towards Jeskai Thing Ascension list with Noxious Revival. I DM'd you the link yesterday. Sounds good. I mean, I actually am not sure if that sounds good. Like, I don't... What issue is Noxious Revival solving? I'm not sure. Like, I'm more interested in testing things like Crackling Drake than Noxious Revival, if I'm being honest. Like, I almost put Noxious Revival in the deck for today, and I couldn't come up with situations where I really wanted the card to happen. Like, playing more cards that lean into the graveyard doesn't feel like a good decision in that deck to me. You've got all these big, scary red cards. How can I ever possibly win the game? Yeah, I feel like those aren't problems that I have, though, Sniper Wave. Like, we have so many cantrips, you generally find what you're looking for. And, like, if you're leaning into your graveyard more, that just, like, makes the graveyard hate hurt more. Alright, so you're dead on board. Hey, Outro 2 Peers, thank you for the 3-month resub. I appreciate that. Yeah, the Drake checks Exile too. I think Drake's a great addition. I'm gonna try two Drakes today over the 2 Bedlam slots that we've been playing. And honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if I end up playing more Drakes than that. Because Drake is a threat that gets to play through the graveyard hate, right? Which is like really appealing. And while it doesn't draw 3 cards like Bedlam Reveler, obviously, it still does replace itself. Do I just like not sideboard? How do we feel about not sideboarding? Oh, the relics are good, right? These dismembers are probably kind of medium. Yeah, you're often drawing enough cards. I agree with that. When does my next article go live? I believe they post at 11 a.m. Eastern, which is an hour from now. McCalls, thank you for the $23 donation. I appreciate that. This puts green-black elves to 100. I will get green-black elves into the queue. Thank you for the support, McCullough. Make sure that one happens today. Yeah, Venser is probably kind of medium, right? Is Venser medium? I love you, Venser. I love you, Venser. Yeah, it's probably the cut. Yeah, it's really good, like I said. Sand seems fine. This card's probably really good in this matchup, huh? I'm gonna do this. I think playing this and not being resource efficient sounds really bad. Yeah, this card triggers decks on a lot of things in this deck. So I think I want to just Silvergill and then play Relic here. Yeah, the Merfolk count's definitely a little bit low in this deck, but at the same time, you also have Aether Vial. So I think the Merfolk count in combination with the Aether Vial makes the Silvergill Adept kind of fine. Risk factor. I think I just take that. Am I blocking here? I think I'm blocking here, right? It's like 9 a.m. So obviously it's Jack Daniels. Come on now. Do I block? I feel like I'm supposed to block. I get to pop the Relic next turn and then play this as a 4/4. I'm not gonna block. I want to kill them. Not blocking means they get to do that though, which sucks. Okay, and now, okay, yeah, this was bad. This was bad. I messed up. I should have blocked. That was a mistake. All right, so now that I've messed up and they're gonna burn me out, I'm gonna be sad, but we're gonna try and do our best with what we've got so far. I'm gonna go ahead and attack for 2 here. And then I'm gonna upkeep Diddle this Runaway Steamkin. Because that way... Actually, I'm not gonna upkeep Diddle the Runaway Steamkin, because if they draw a Phoenix, I'm really sad. Nah, I think I'd rather just attack and block. I think, like, coming to the conclusion that I need to, like, board in Dismember to, like, play around me being an idiot is just, like, bad play. I think players do that a lot. I think, like, making adjustments to your deck, whether it be sideboarding or, like, absolute during deck building, because, like, you messed up, it's just, like, bad Magic play. Just, like, instead of, like, changing your deck because you messed up, instead just, like, don't make mistakes. Don't change your game plan to play around you being an idiot, is basically, like, what it comes down to. If I would have diddled this during their upkeep, they wouldn't have been able to anger me, which is like a reasonable thought. I'm gonna go ahead and exile graveyards here, draw a card. They're getting pretty close to Bedlam Reveler, so nipping that in the bud seems like a reasonable thing to be doing. I'm gonna go ahead and they're at 18, so I think I'm actually gonna be conservative and leave this Trickster back. Am I gonna be conservative? What are the odds that they kill this? If they kill this, they could probably kill me. Yeah, screw it, let's deck. I suppose there's merit to leaving back the Merfolk Trickster because they could play a Phoenix. Just snapping off this block here, not close. Yeah, if I didn't pop the Relic, they were going to get to play Bedlam Reveler with a 5th land, so definitely don't want that to happen. These boys are going to close the game out real quick. It's like, alright, put 12 power into play. They're actually dead to a basic island next turn. This is impressive. If I would have brought a sequence a little bit better, we'd be in a really good spot here. Like I said, I think if we play against mostly mid-range things that just like aren't super linear, we could be okay, but they have Lightning Bolt here too. Nope. Land, basic island, basic island, basic island, basic island, basic island, basic island. Sad. Just finished watching the Blue-White Side-Mentor video on YouTube. And the card for Chain Whirler, your Kiki card opponent, flooped almost exactly last time. Baby, shed a tear. What's going on, Silent Spell? Thank you for the 4-month resub there. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me employed here. Being trusty, thank you for the biddies. Yeah, if I die to like Burn Spell here, I definitely deserve it. All right, we didn't. There was no. Thank goodness there is no justice in the world, chat. Thank goodness for a lack of justice in the world. Tempest Djinn, chat. Truly powerful. Truly powerful. The justiceless world that we live in. Speaking of justice and justiceless worlds, if you want to exert a little bit of justice, make sure you get out and vote in November. Get registered. All that closes real soon. It's already closed in some states. Yeah, I mean, this is a keep, right? You're not playing this deck to mulligan, basically, and Aether Vial. Pick some issues that you care about, find out whether or not your representatives voted how you would like those issues to be voted on, and then vote them in or out accordingly. You should find out how your representative felt about net neutrality. If they voted against it, get them out. They don't deserve to be in office anymore. Anybody who voted against net neutrality is bought and paid for. Get them out of office. I love Excel. What's going on, Lika? It will always be Excel on Wednesday mornings. Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. I'm not sure we can win this matchup. In fact, I'm gonna move along. Big fan of voting. Jeff does social media in as the next president of the... Well, unfortunately, I am not... While I'm definitely angry and I look old, I'm not old enough to be president. What's going on, Inner? Thanks for the bingo score. I'm all about the bingoers, chat. That's rough. You can't get concedes match game 1 in standard, really, because there just aren't matches that are that lopsided. I get depressed every time I look at the preview window of YouTube. The channel is now full of Hearthstone and Hex looking pictures. It's a real video game. It's so exciting. I'd argue Arena's probably goes even further than both of those games, right? Like Hex didn't have anywhere near the animations that Arena does. The animations Arena has are quite great. I just can't even, like, when I'm looking for standard content, even if it's, like, good people, like I was so excited Todd Stevens was streaming on Arena last night because, like, I just can't watch standard content on Magic Online. I just, like, every time I see someone streaming standard content on Magic Online, I'm just like, do you know that Arena exists? Are you aware that this is something you could be doing? Do I vote for the corrupt, indicted politician who actually votes with my beliefs, or the clean guy who will vote against what I want? I don't know. That's tough. I mean, they're probably all corrupt to a degree, right? So, like, I'd probably align with who's ever going to align with what you want voted for most. The new guy's just not publicly corrupt. Look at that. Feel the value, chat. Who's excited to die to Storm next turn? It's okay. We drew 2 cards. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. We drew 2 cards. We have the moral victory. Our Silvergill Adept drew 2 cards. Whoa, they didn't cast Gifts Ungiven. Yeah, definitely playing Storm. Got it. Excellent. Excellent. Currently, there's only 1 Ionize in the Blue-Red Wizards tempo on the website. Big Eyes, if you look in the decklist queue, we are going to be streaming an iteration of Blue-Red tempo today with 3 Ionize in the main deck. Now, I think we have a chance against Storm. I think we're stone dead to the other thing I conceded to, but I think against Storm, like, we have like a chip and a chair at the least. Nah, I think I just want to make a bunch of elementals and, like, try and kill them next turn. I don't know what's happening, but I am not complaining. I do not know what is happening, but I am not complaining. I would like the record to reflect that I don't understand what has happened, but I am not complaining. There is like a 0% chance I could ever get elected for office. There's just like far too many videos of me being obnoxious to people. Although maybe that's a plus towards getting elected these days. Okay, I looked it up. The corrupt guy voted to save net neutrality, so I'll forgive his He's being bribed for things that are less important than net neutrality, want it be, Beetle? Alright, so Thassa is probably too slow here. Naban is probably kind of bad. I get that he was okay there. Can I cut a Merfolk and, like, still have Silvergill Adept in my deck? This has so many board cards. Alright, I'm gonna do this. I don't know what we're doing. I'm gonna Science Dog the crap out of this, though. Negate, like, how many cards do I board in, chat, is the thing, right? Like, Relics and Damping Spheres are, like, definitely coming in. Like, I don't think I want Negate's Commandeers. Like, I just have to, like, trim too many things. I definitely want the Dismembers. Easy mulligan. Hand's, like, not amazing, but it's definitely a keep. Aether Vial. Rats. So incredibly unlucky. You want Negate here. I don't know. Do I have Venser in my deck? I don't have... I did leave Venser in. Yeah, maybe Venser's bad. Does Commandeer on gifts even work? Gain control of target non-creature spell. You may choose new targets for it. I have no idea. I think Commandeer on whatever works. I think that works how we want it to work. Maybe I'm just supposed to curve Damping Sphere into Djinn here It's possible I'm just supposed to curve Damping Sphere into Djinn. I don't know. Silvergill Adept's like pretty good. He says as his 2-1 stares at a 1-3. He definitely should have just played Damping Sphere last turn. Because of this situation right here. I mean, like, unplayable cards being bug-like isn't that offensive, right? Would you rather they spend time and effort fixing bugs on cards that nobody plays or cards that we do actually play with? Yeah, to a degree. Like, again, I feel like when you're talking about, like, holding the spear like that, you're, like, undervaluing pressuring my opponent. I think a lot of people undervalue, like, being able to actually pressure the combo player out of the game. Like, you need to be able to kill your opponent. Am I dead yet? That's just called proper unit testing in our GG plus. Something that's not specific to Artifact. That's just like how people who write good software write tests. The problem is you can't like backcode tests like that. Like tests like that on a software project as large as Magic Online would just be like take years to implement. There's just so much to it, which is why like hopefully Arena's being written from the ground up with similar good software principles. Tempest Djinns and Damping Sphere. Are all the cards we have in play right now standard legal? They are, right? Because Damping Sphere and Silvergill Adept are standard legal. I mean, the baby out with the bathwater analysis just like doesn't make sense with software. At a certain point, you have too much technical debt, and it makes sense to just start with a clean slate. It's just like the reality of the situation. Sometimes it's actually cheaper to just start from the ground up. Okay, yep. Yeah, I missed it. You gotta put it all together. It's tough for me to catch bits and pieces. You get it. Technical debt. Like, especially I can't even imagine how much technical debt Magic Online has as an application. It's gotta be huge. Alright, so I just been Echoing Truth Noxious Revival here. And then I'm gonna upkeep Diddle Burrell. I'm gonna upkeep Diddle Electromancer, actually. Am I? No, I'm gonna upkeep Diddle Burrell. Hey, Diddle Diddle, the cat and the fiddle, the Merfolk Trickster jumped over the moon. Technical debt. Technical debt means that you basically have so many issues with the software that you've created that you're working on that you have to like fix all these issues before you can work on the things that you like actually want to do, which is why like Arena is a standalone application as opposed to being an upgrade or improvement to Magic Online, because I'm certain the number of issues that Magic Online has, being originated a decade and a half ago, are just like absurd, and it's like impressive that they're even like keeping up with new set releases on it. Man, are we about to die? I think we're about to die, chat. That wasn't actually the Pirates deck, Alcohol. I was trying a couple different configurations. That deck had some pirate cards in it, but I'd cut most of the 2-mana threats, and it was really bad. It actually showed that game. Like, the second game, if you watched it, I had, like, 3 Curious Obsessions stuck in my hand and no creatures in play. Magic Arena. Magic Arena is Moto 2.0. It's funny, people keep asking that question, and like I'm genuinely like when I see it, I'm like confused as to if they're joking or not. Like that's literally people have been asking like the people are asking when are we getting Magic Online 2.0, and it's just like it's called Magic Arena. That's what it's called. That's the next iteration. I don't know what I'm doing, chat. I'd like the record to reflect that I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, and like people like even people like Saffron Olive are like pushing that mantra forward, right? That like Arena isn't comparable to Magic Online. That's just like absurd in my mind. It really feels like burying your head in the sand. It feels like absurd to the degree of like saying like Magic Online isn't competing with Hearthstone, right? Like very obviously Magic Online and Magic are competing with Hearthstone. It's especially heinous, Captain Obvious, if you're like trying to make it as a streamer, like making your opponent click through their combo is just like such bad value for you. It's just like miserable content. You're just like not only wasting your time and your opponent's time, but you're like wasting your viewers' time as well. When a streamer sits there and makes their opponent click through their combo, it says to me personally that the streamer doesn't value my time as a watcher, because like I know what's happening. I know it's deterministic. I don't need to see it. Marty, I'm going to say something that's actually kind of a little bit scary to admit. After playing a bunch of Arena and working to understand the economy in Arena, I actually don't think the Arena economy is that bad. There's rare wild card, fifth card problem aside, which they said they're working on addressing. I think the biggest issue with the Arena economy is that it's just confusing. Which may be intentional, it may not be intentional, but the biggest issue with that is it's just hard to understand. Yeah, transparency is the issue. Like, as someone who was, like, vocal against it, now as I've, like, been forced to dive into it to make some content with it, like, once my actual understanding that exists now, it's like, well, this actually isn't that bad, but just, like, it's confusing, so it feels bad. And like that's definitely an issue with the software, right? Like the fact that the software is confusing to me as an end user, and like I'm someone who has a lot of Magic experience, right? So like I not only do I have a lot of Magic experience, but like I have a math background and good technical understandings of numbers and stuff like that. So like if I'm confused by what your economy is doing, the average player probably just like has no idea what's going on, right? Why do we have to copy and paste Hearthstone? I don't understand. I don't understand why we have to copy paste Hearthstone. I'm just gonna use my mana and cast this Negate. This might be aggressive, but it's what I want to do with my life. Again, like if you're someone who's thinking about getting into Arena, the biggest thing and like the mindset change that worked for me was that when I started thinking about it as I'm buying wild cards and I'm getting extra booster packs as an afterthought, I was much happier with it. Hey, Shashka 101, thank you for the brand new tier 1 sub there. I appreciate that. Thanks for keeping me employed here this month. I don't like trying to predict the future. Whenever people ask me questions asking me to predict the future, I think it's just weird, right? Like, I'm not very good at predicting the future, believe it or not. I don't know. The dusting system is a really feel bad system too, Numbaza. You're just used to it. As someone who's like given Hearthstone a lot of money and given the wildcard system a lot of money, they're both systems that have good things and bad things. Hopefully with this relic, we're pretty safe from getting got here. Why is someone ringing my doorbell? Oh. Sorry about that. I had to sign for a package. Can I even give them the bears here? I just like have to give them the bears, right? I can't just like let them chain gifts ungiven. Was saying I was going to start playing Arena on a weekday and probably free to play, build half the blue deck, and this week put $100 in to finish the blue-black deck. And finish the UB deck, mono red, and grew my tokens completely and almost out of bronze. You finished that with the $100 or just by free to playing? Why would I click them on upkeep? What meaningful reason? What am I accomplishing by clicking them on the upkeep? How is that helpful to me? No, I definitely think I want to click them. Goodbye, Grape Shot. I think people are confusing the dust system numbers with wildcard numbers. The main issue with wildcards is if you get an overabundance of wildcard rarities you don't need. Yeah, the ratio of wildcards is bad. I don't think anybody reasonable is going to tell you that the ratio of wildcards isn't bad and that they need to fix it. Like, if you look at a lot of feedback threads, that noise, that mantra that the ratios are bad kind of comes through loud and clear. That being said, the ratios not being ideal right now doesn't mean you have to get rid of the entire system. It doesn't mean the entire system is bad. I think it does improve on it in some ways, Num. I think not having to feel bad about destroying, like, even, like, okay, as someone who played some Hearthstone, right? When I first started playing Hearthstone, I destroyed a couple of cards that I thought I would never play. And then later, I realized that, like, oh, I actually do need to play these cards. So, like, then I had to feel bad there of, like, I destroyed these cards and got 75% of what they were worth out of them. So, like, regardless of what the system is, there's going to be some feel bads that occur. The Vault's a bad system, and they know it's a bad system. They're going to be replacing it. Also haven't heard anybody defend the Vault. Yeah, the Vault system is like a thing in the background that isn't like really advertised that they're getting rid of at some point. Yeah, they hit the progress bar because they're getting rid of it. Someone mentioned that they're thinking about implementing ways so you just like don't open 5th copies of cards if you already have 4, which would be ideal, I think. Frit of Water, thank you for the 8-month resub there. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thank you for the continued support. All right. Mr. Tricky here is going to get in there. Old Tricky Dick. I'm really confused why they conceded there. But they conceded game 1 really early too, so, you know, more power to them, I guess. How we doing, folks? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good morning. We're 2-1 with Mono Blue Devotion now, which is not something I thought I'd be saying an hour ago. My name is Jeff Hogan. I'm a full-time streamer and content producer here on Twitch. If you're enjoying my stuff, please consider subscribing to my channel. My subscribers are the people that keep me employed here full-time. I love streaming and I love playing Magic, but they're the folks that allow me to do this as a job. They're the reason I'm able to be here 30 to 40 hours a week like I am. Past subscribing to my channel, you can also support my stuff by checking out some of my very wonderful sponsors. MTGOtraders.com. I love to buy and sell some Magic Online cards with you. And if you use code Hoagland PayPal at checkout with them, you'll save 8% on your singles orders there. Cool Stuff Inc.com buys and sells a lot of cool stuff, including TCG singles. Using promo code Jeff5, you can save 5% on Magic, Pokemon, Warhammer, and Yu-Gi-Oh cards with them. BCW Supplies would love to help you protect your very valuable Magic Gathering cards and other gaming stuff. They do sleeves, deck box, and all sorts of other great stuff, and you can save 10% on your orders at bcwsupplies.com by using code Jeff10. And of course, Lisa would like to get you on your way to a better night's sleep. Christy and I have been sleep with Lisa for the last 4 months now, and we really love it. I don't think we'd ever go back to traditional pillow top mattress. You can save $160 or more on your new mattress with them by checking out links bit.ly/HugoBedUS and bit.ly/HugoBedCA. I'd like to point out a thing that people do that I really hate. I really hate that this is something people do not only in Magic, but in politics and life in general. Not being able to open doubles makes drafting and keeping real cards not a real possibility. No, it just means you have to have an asterisk there. People like to take an idea that's a good idea and find one little instance of where that idea is invalid or doesn't work perfectly, and then they use that to throw out the whole idea, even though the idea as a whole is a very good one. And it's okay for a good idea to not apply to every situation and to have asterisks to those small situations where it doesn't work. So rarely are things perfect. Often there is some compromise. And just because you have to compromise for a good idea to work in some small niche situations, that doesn't mean you should throw away that good idea. It's very, very simple. It's really not hard. Why would I play this deck over Merfolk? Well, this deck gets to play Tempest Djinn, so obviously it's strictly better. We didn't say don't let perfect be the enemy of good. That's a great way to summarize it. It's a comment I've heard before, and it's a great one. Don't let perfect be the enemy of good. It's a great, great comment. This is a thing that people that are looking to prevent progress often like to do. That's not perfect, so let's not do it. That's not perfect, let's stop thinking about it. Is it easier to parent Twitch chat or my children? Well, Twitch chat, when I time out Twitch chat and they scream and yell, I don't have to listen to them. So like, you know, when Jake gets timeout and he throws a fit because he's in a timeout, I have to listen to it, which sucks. And it doesn't even have to necessarily be a bad plan, right, Quill? Just because it's not perfect doesn't mean it's bad. It just doesn't mean it doesn't apply to every situation. My candidate lost in the party primary, so now I'm not going to vote. It's sad. It's sad because that's a thing people do. So, if I put this Thassa into play, I can actually, like, attack with her next turn, right? Because I get to, like, flash old Tricky Dick into play here and then get him. Wonder whose team Bob is playing on. Thassa is actually probably incredibly good in this matchup. This matchup's probably not bad for us. Of course, Jedi. Sorry, we're not up to snuff. I got you there. Oh, the old Culligan's command, if you would. The American elections that are coming up in November are for the... they're not the presidential elections, they're for the House. I believe, is it Senate this year? I should know that. I have 2 weeks to do research, chat. 3 weeks to do research. November 6th, a little bit away. Some Senate seats are up. A third of the Senate. There you go. If they K-command here, I think that's actually okay for us. Because it means, like, I get to flash in old Tricky Dick here, and then, put in Wistful Selkie next turn and just, like, give him the old smash. Every election's a big election. They all matter. How much it would cost to play in a paper team tournament with us since we're both in the land of corn? I don't know. Paper tournaments are so much work for me to get to. They're a lot of effort. And as an American and a millennial, effort is hard. Effort's a lot of work. Smush. Rude. Come on, Bob. You're supposed to be working on my team. What's your advice for getting back into Magic after being away for a couple of months? Well, I mean, if you played Modern previously, and one of the reasons why Modern is such a popular format is because Modern's a shape of format where you can take a few months off and then come back to it, and it's still just there, and you still get to play the same decks that you played before. I will not be at the Dallas Open this weekend, but I will likely be at the Dallas Open in February, I think. It's a Standard Open. I'm kind of looking forward to playing some more Standard there. Is there an article concerning Bob in Modern? Yeah, I've written about Bob in a couple of my green-black articles. Do I want Clique? I feel like I want Clique. Man, I'm gonna bottom this because I kind of wouldn't mind finding a land here. Because if I find a land, I can put Clique and Trickster into play, which makes it pretty hard for my opponent to keep me off of this Thassa. I'm gonna put a little Tricky Dick into play here and give Dark Confidant a love tap. Yeah, my cool stuff articles, I believe, go up in 20 minutes. When is Milwaukee? There's a Milwaukee Open. Is it an Open? Milwaukee's really close for me. Is it a team event? I really don't want to play in a team tournament. Oh, is it a standard Grand Prix? When is it? I genuinely don't know when Grand Prix happen. If anybody would believe that. Actually just have no idea when Grand Prix occur. November 15, 16. Maybe. I kind of like to play. I kind of like Standard. Like, I kind of really like Standard at the moment. I definitely want these relics. It's probably a Venser out matchup. Tempest Djinn is probably pretty good. I'm not sure I'm an Aether Vial. Getting Culligan's commanded off that card sucks. I guess I want these Kiras too. Maybe I just trim all the Vials. I have 24 lands in my deck. Yeah, I'm just gonna cut the Vials, actually. I think that's a reasonable plan. How do you play Paper Standard? Beg, borrow, steal. I missed your sub, Mr. Manad. I'm so sorry. Did you have a fun message? You didn't have a fun message with it, but I'm sorry I missed it. Thank you for the 3 months. Welcome back. Jeff, I wanted to tell you a fun story. Last night, I was playing Tron against a KCI player using the list from your video. Game 1, I emeralded them the turn before they were about to combo off. I proceeded to use their combo to deck them. They scooped the match on the spot, unrelated. Can I put your preferred version of Tron in the queue? Definitely, AKG. Thank you for the support. I appreciate that. I think Promised End is really good. Really good in Green Tron. I like that card. Man, November 15th. God, I'm gonna look at my calendar right now because I was really sad that there weren't any Standard Opens to go to. I didn't look at the Grand Prix schedule. The Vegas Open is that weekend. I'm not going to the Vegas Open though, right? Probably not. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll talk to Matthew. Do I want to light money on fire and go to a Grand Prix? Maybe I want to light money on fire and go to a Grand Prix. Standard's kind of sweet. You know the answer is yes. I don't think I have buys at a Grand Prix anymore. I don't think I'd have buys. I actually don't know how their... Does anybody know how their seasons work? It's like a demon going to church. Pretty sure what, yeah, right? Like, I definitely don't know how they work. I'm not sure anybody else out there does. Milwaukee's a close trip for me though, right? Like, I can go to Milwaukee for like a couple $100. Is the Pro Tour before then? Magic Fest Milwaukee! Rock out! Alright, I'm gonna play Modern Staple Naban, Dean of Iteration. You need to see the Dean, sir. Ew. Y'all ready for this Silvergill to draw 2 cards? Who's ready for this Silvergill to draw 2 cards? I know I am. This exposes me to Culligan's commands. Maybe I'm not supposed to play this out. Can I bump Esper control standard with these? Definitely Healthy Froggy. Thank you for the support. I appreciate that. That's quite absurd. That'll mean Esper control will be the first deck we play tonight, Froggy. In fact, Froggy, the standard queue is kind of low. If you have a second standard deck you'd like to see, I'd be happy to make a second deck happen for you for that. I appreciate the support, especially for standard. Really enjoying that format. LeClaire, this is definitely the longest relationship I've ever been in here. Something that's not Tron for the queue. Traverse Shadow. Sounds good. Thank you for the support. Thanks for keeping me employed here. Is there a way to change your Twitch name? Yeah, it's in the settings somewhere. You can change it like once every 3 or 4 months or something like that. Dang it, Bob. You're supposed to be on my team. How tall am I? I'm approximately 6 foot. So long, Silvergill Adept. Hello, darkness, my old friend. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. What do I want to do, chat? It's a shame Vendilion Clique can't take lands, because I would totally click both these islands out of my hand. Awesome, J-Mac. Yeah, I could play Tricky Dick and kill their Liliana, but like the thing about killing the Liliana here is that 1, the Trickster's a fog in the future, 2, playing Trickster this turn doesn't use my mana efficiently, and 3, I have these islands to discard to this Liliana, so I kind of don't care if she pluses this turn. You don't have to creepily walk past me at tournaments. You can come up and say hello. I only bite a little. Scavanglingers. That activation is bad. Actually, I'm just gonna go ahead and pop, drop, and lock it, right? Think we might be dead, chat. No, don't kill the Dean of Admissions. Gosh, Teamer Flash. That deck takes me back. Alright, so the plan here is to just, like, race with Tempest Djinn, huh, right? I think so. We're at 15. Fatal Push, rough. Oh, you know what? I'm probably supposed to click them during their draw step here, so that way if they have a fetch land, I can click before they can crack the fetch and fatal push my Tempest Djinn. So I think I've missequenced here. I should have played the click during their upkeep or draw step here. Probably the draw step. Come on. Come on. Yeva was my gal. Yeva was my gal. All right, I think Robert's on our team at this point. All right, what are we working with over here? Show me your secrets. And behind door number 1. Morning Titan. They have double push here. Okay. So I'm currently taking 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Does this mean the Tempest Djinn isn't dying? If the Tempest Djinn isn't dying, this is just, like, very good for us. Yeah, you can keep those, right? It's like, deal. So they're going up to 9. They're going up to 10. This is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So they can put me to 3 here. This is the do I want to die to my own Bloodbraid tank? Man, I'd never win games against Jund if it wasn't for them playing Dark Confidant. Yeah, Froggy, can you DM me a list? Click on my name there and whisper me. Be happy to get that in there for you. I think I'm happy with how I sideboarded. She needed a couple more spells that game. Morning, Endo. Do 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 do. How's everyone doing? Happy Wednesday. Congrats on making it to the middle of the week. You get a free sub to yourself when you're an affiliate or a partner. Oh, it's already in the queue. Oh, that's super easy. Perfect. Well, those will be the first two things we play tonight. That is the weekend after the Pro Tour. Okay. Okay. Maybe we'll see. You can give free subs to explicitly bots. You can't give free subs to people. Silvergill Adept is so good in matches like this. Just like, here's my 2/1 that draws a card. Good luck, Godspeed. This card is also great in this matchup. Hey, Texas Sniper, thank you for the brand new tier 1 sub there. I appreciate that. You're going to the Dallas Open this weekend. Good luck and Godspeed. Thanks for the support. Thanks for keeping me employed here. What do you feel like? Grixis and Shadow Falls in the Modern meta. Modern doesn't have a meta game. You should just play decks that you enjoy, that are proactive, and that are doing something objectively powerful. And I think Grixis Shadow checks most of those boxes off. So I would like to sacrifice my thing that drew a card. Each player discards. That's interesting. Yeah, pretty fine discarding Nykthos here, I think. Start with this, see what we draw. We draw Dismember. We did not draw Dismember. I think I just smashed Liliana here. Oh, I forgot to activate this, didn't I? Yeah, I totally forgot to activate this. Mistakes were made, chat. Playing the Selkie out here means that I can't play this for 2, which kind of sucks. No, it's possible I should have just played Clique this turn. Very possible I should have just played Clique this turn. Well, I guess if I played Clique this turn, that's worse against the Liliana. I guess I also could have just, like, not, we're gonna, like, double Doomblade, kill my stuff. They could, like, Doomblade again, and then Liliana Edict me. Yeah, I think my sequence is bad here. Probably shouldn't have offered the trade for the Scavenging Ooze. I'm gonna go ahead and pop this, looking for a Merfolk for the Silvergill Adept. Perfect. How do we feel about Clique first here? I think I like Clique first. I want to kind of like check for removal for my Tempest Djinn. This also, like, can grab a Bloodbraid Elf before it happens. Woof. Woof. Liliana of the Last Hope is so good. That card is super powerful. Yep. Can I get a yikes? Yikes! Goodbye, friend. So I think I'm doing this plus Merfolk Trickster this turn. I'm actually just not gonna attack this, because like I know they have another Liliana in their hand, right? So I think I just wanna like put my threats into play and attack them to death. Yeah, but Planeswalkers in general aren't amazing against unfair decks, to be fair. If they plus here, I'll discard the Dean. 10 out of 10. Flashing in a little tricky dick here. And we'll get to untap and Witchmember something and then just start beating him down. I'm gonna go ahead and give him the business. Hey, diddle diddle, the cat and the fiddle. The cow jumped over the moon. Do-do, do-do-do, do-do, 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 do-do. These are my blue cards. Man, could you imagine how good it'd be if there was a Master of Waves on top of our deck right now? How nuts would that be? Master of Waves, Master of Waves. Do-do-do-do, 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 do-do-do-do. They binned their other Lily. Alright, so what's the next card coming out? Tarmogoofy. He's just a little baby, Tarmogoofy, chat. He's just a little baby. What a cute little baby. Who's an adorable little Tarmogoofy? Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Such an adorable little Tarmogoofy. Alright, so if they want to Doomblade my tricky dick, I think I'm okay with that. I just want to, like, smash them for 8 here. And then blank their discard spells, just like move all in on this board here. They hit a damnation, they hit a damnation. Anger of the Gods, my Tempest Djinn still lives, so I think I'm okay with that. How you doing? I'm not going to block. This attack could mean Anger of the Gods, but I'm going to elect to not block because if they have Fatal Push, this block lets them kill my Tempest Djinn. It kind of smells like a sweeper, but it could also just be an attack for Fatal Push. And like I'm at 13, so like I think I'm high enough that I can just take this hit. Yeah, it looks like Anger. That's unfortunate. Ooh! Ooh! Yeah, if they have Anger, they can push Brian, but then they have to have Anger and push, and they only have 2 cards. The chance of them having both those cards are pretty low. I did, Admiral. I don't think I sent you an email, but I got it added to the queue. It is in there. Looks like it's line 13 at the moment. Ew. Look at that. Look at that. 3-1. Confirmed at minimum a real modern deck list, chat. Confirmed to be real modern Magic the Gathering deck. Should we even play the last match? Or should I just, like, concede out of principle? The 0-1 scoop was Hardened Scales Affinity. This deck just doesn't interact enough to beat that deck. Chat, we have Damping Sphere. How could we possibly lose to Tron? Can't lose to Tron. We have Damping Sphere. Duh. Jeez. Would Chalice on 1 be good in this deck? I don't think Chalice on 1 is very good in Modern. Unlike Legacy, where there's a critical mass of cantrips from everybody playing, you know, Ponder Brainstorm, Modern just, like, has a pretty varied amount of casting costs. Because this is basically like a tap-out aggressive deck, Jordor. Alright, sweet. So we 3 and 2'd. That was good. It's about what I was expecting to do with the deck. We had hit a couple of mid-range decks. We actually beat Storm, which I was expecting to be kind of a hard matchup. I think this deck is probably pretty bad against the more linear decks in the format. Like Bogles, like Hardened Scales, things that like play to the board, Affinity, stuff like that. I'd assume this deck lines up in a lot of similar ways to Merfolk against the field, while being a little bit cute in different ways. Honestly, the thing that impressed me the most, this card comes to real like building cost, right? Tempest Djinn was really powerful in those leagues. This card's also very good in Standard too, so like, if you're interested in playing with this card in Modern, this could be a sweet shell for it, and it's very, very good in Standard as well. All right, let's get some Jeskai Thing. Then we've got some green-black elves and some what's it called? We got green-black elves, then blue-red tempo to follow up after this one.